A man first?
Chili Implement pregame show. Chili Implement, your local Kubota dealer right here in central Wisconsin, located just west of Marshfield. Your Kubota dealer for all your farm equipment, attachment, constructions, lawn and garden, utility, plus parts and service. Again, Chili Implement, your local Kubota dealer located in central Wisconsin, just west of Marshfield. Pregame tonight, and here we go, guys. This is boys basketball regional semifinals. A couple teams that are featured tonight on the Zaleski Sports Broadcast Network have already played in this week's playoffs. They played in regional quarterfinals on Tuesday. So for some of our teams, their second game in the playoffs, and we'll see if that makes any difference when they're going up against their competitors who are now playing their first game in the playoffs, and some of them their first game in over a week. So that'll be something to watch in your game tonight. If your team is facing a team that played on Tuesday, those first 5-6 minutes, is that home team, is that team that's now just starting the playoffs, are they looking a little bit rusty? And that may be something to look for and could have a long-lasting impact on your game tonight. We will start to feature all four of our games here in our Chili Implement pregame show. And we're first going to start with Pacelli at Auburndale. This is our only game of the night where the two teams playing have not faced each other. Pacelli from the central Wisconsin and Auburndale from the Marywood. These two teams did not play during the regular season, so they face each other for the first time tonight in Auburndale. Auburndale comes in as a 2 seed, Pacelli the 4 seed. And just a real quick thank you to the following Pacelli families that are helping to make this broadcast happen tonight. Fox, Mueller, Schroeder, Bierencott, Hammerly, Eckendorf, Gribach, Jordan, Mayak, Lawless, Meyer, Cashin, Giese, and the Krieger families. Thanks for making sure that your Pacelli Cardinals are live on Zaleski Sports tonight. And thank you all for your support during the season. Even the families I didn't mention, I know a lot of you, if not every single one of you, have made sure to tell Mike and Kale and whoever else you see from Zaleski Sports, thanks. And we just thank you for watching. You watching makes it all possible, so we thank you. That's Pacelli Auburndale. Again, all tips are 7 o'clock, which means coming up here in just a couple minutes. We move now to Division 5 and Greenwood at Columbus Catholic. This is the third meeting between these two teams. It was a Columbus Catholic Cloverbelt East sweep during the regular season. An early game was a 7-point contest early in Marshfield, where tonight's game is. And then just a couple Saturdays ago, Columbus went to Greenwood and won a very thorough game against the Indians. That night, Weston Schmitz was just coming back from injury. Weston back in full tonight. As a matter of fact, Greenwood played on Tuesday where they beat Loyal, so one of those teams that has already played this week going up against Columbus Catholic, who has not played yet this week. And one of those games we're telling you about, if that's your game tonight, keep a close watch on the first 5-6 minutes of this game and see if that has any impact, because if it does, that could be a game-lasting impact for your game tonight. So, again, that is Greenwood at Columbus Catholic. Columbus Catholic, the 1 seed in that region, in that Division 5 regional. Moving now to Division 3 in our final 2 games of the night. And the winners here will play each other tomorrow. So very quick turnaround time for all winners tonight. But this, we feature both of these games. And it's Stanley Boyd at Neillsville. Neillsville, the 1 seed. And Colby is at Stratford. Stratford, 2 seed. And Neillsville has not played Stanley Boyd this year. So another one of our games tonight where these teams have not played, have not met each other yet this year. They do tonight. Stanley Boyd, though, played on Tuesday where they beat Chequamegon. So there you go. If you're Neillsville Stanley Boyd tonight, your game's coming up in just a couple minutes. Keep an eye on the first 5-6 minutes of that game. Does Stanley Boyd have a little bit extra quickness? Are they a little bit more put together? And if they are, that could have a long-lasting impact on tonight's game. If Neillsville is going to go out there and run, make their shots. You got Trunkel up top and Renz down low, and those guys are doing their thing early. It'll be a long night for Stanley Boyd. In the other game, as I mentioned, Colby is at Stratford. These 2 teams met in non-conference action. Colby from the Clover Belt East, Stratford from the Marywood South. It was a Stratford win at home just a few weeks ago in non-conference play against Colby. About a 15 or so point win that night for Stratford. So now they rematch, and it's back at Stratford. And both of these teams playing their first games of the tournament tonight against each other. So there'll be none of that. Well, we've already played, so we got a little pep in our step. We've already found our groove. Both teams coming out with over a week's rest. They'll both hit the floor together tonight on Friday. Again, the winner of Stanley Boyd Neillsville plays tomorrow at 7 p.m. against the winner of Stratford Colby. Top seed will host in that regional final. So we think we got a pretty good slate of action for you tonight. 4 games. We believe that's 4 times as many as any other broadcast network out there. So enjoy the 4 games. They're all free, and they're all made possible by sponsors like Chili Implement, making sure that you get free live sports all year round right here on the Zaleski Sports Broadcast Network. We'll also drop a game link over at ZaleskiSports.com. It's a free game link. You can watch Mosinee at Rhinelander, and should Mosinee be able to win that game, although they are the underseed, there is a chance they could host the regional final tomorrow. Watch that game, and we'll put a little note tonight over on Facebook at Zaleski Sports Wisconsin about where that winner, about the winner of that game and where that game will be held. But there's a chance that game, that regional final, might be something different than you're expecting tonight. So that's our little tease for you there. But anyway, we'll drop a link for Mosinee at Rhinelander. Free link hosted by the Rhinelander School District, and they do a really nice job up there in Rhinelander, bringing these games to you free and on YouTube, so you get to watch them on your big screen TV at home, just like the game behind me here. All right, guys, that'll do it. That was the Chili Implement pregame show. Again, my name's Jason Zaleski. We've got them coming at you from all corners. Again, it's Mike and Cale on the call over in Auburndale. Larry's on the call over in Neillsville. We've got Paul Knopf on the call in Marshfield, Columbus, and Greenwood, and myself and Matt Dickinson on the call tonight in Stratford. Again, this has been the Chili Implement pregame show. Chili Implement, your local Kubota dealer right here in central Wisconsin, located just west of Marshfield. Guys, go check them out. Make sure to say thanks for Zaleski Sports. Your game is coming up next.
Snow piles up quickly. Remove it just as quickly with Kubota subcompact and compact tractors. Our #1 selling tractors are built to take on winter with front and rear mount snow blowers, blades, and rotary sweepers. Get select Kubota subcompact or compact tractors for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months and save $1,000. See your local Kubota dealer today.
Your local Kubota dealer
Taking
is
it
Chili Implement,
at the end of this one.
1 mile north of Highway 10 in Chili.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to Columbus Catholic High School here in Marshfield for this WIAA semifinal boys basketball game between the Greenwood Indians and the Columbus Dons. You're watching the Zaleski Sports Network. I'm Paul Knopf. This game's being engineered tonight by Rachel Zaleski. The Indians are coming in this game with a record of 12-6 overall. They were 10-4 in their conference season this year. They're led in scoring by senior Weston Schmitz, who averages 18.3 points per game. Meanwhile, the Dons come into this ball game with a record of 18-4 overall, and they finished the regular season with a stellar conference record of 13-6. and 1. They're led in scoring by seniors Eden Jacobson and Jaden Nenist, who average 15.9 and 12.6 points, respectively. The Dons earned the number 1 seed and a bye in this very different WIAA postseason tournament this year. Their last time on the court was back on Thursday, February 11th. So it has been a while since they played some basketball. They knocked off Spencer 75-49 in that game. But Cole Noreen was the only varsity regular who played in that ball game. So when you look at the Dons roster, really, for the most part, their varsity roster, with the exception of Noreen, hasn't played for 10 days. Last time they played was against Loyal when they knocked Loyal off 60-56. Greenwald, meanwhile, earned their way to this game via win over Loyal on Tuesday night, 59-47. These two teams met twice in the regular season, with the Dons having Greenwood's number. They beat them on January the 5th, 46-39, and manhandled them on February 6th, 62-39. But Greenwood's do everything. Leader Weston Schmitz had a severely sprained ankle and didn't play much in that ball game. He figures to be a much bigger factor in this ball game tonight. It's an old adage, not one that I really lend any credence to, but a lot of people say it's tough to beat a team 3 times in 1 year. I think it's more likely easier to beat them 3 times in a year than people might have you believe, because a lot of times it comes down to talent and matchups and that sort of thing. But certainly Greenwood is hoping to turn the tables a little bit on Columbus, who, as I said, have had the Indians' number throughout the course of the year. One of the storylines we'll be watching tonight is any signs of rust on the part of the Columbus Dons, who, again, the varsity players have not played in, a week and a half, really, since they played Loyal last week. The varsity players not playing in their last regular season game against Spencer, no matter. Columbus still got a very comfortable win over the Spencer Rockets. And in talking to Coach Joe Konieczny a couple times this year, the reason for that is he did not want to expose his kids to potentially getting infected with COVID-19, or at the very least being a close contact to somebody who might have been on the other team that had COVID-19. So he made sure his players were protected. Of course, last year, it's almost been a full year now since this whole thing got started with the global pandemic. And it was awfully tragic for a lot of boys basketball teams and girls basketball teams around the area and the state who had their seasons cut short because of restrictions that went in place at the beginning of the COVID-19 outbreak. The winner of this ball game is going to play again tomorrow night against the winner of Port Edwards and Allman Bancroft. Those two teams are doing battle tonight. Allman Bancroft, the number 2 seed, Port Edwards, the number 3. But I looked at the schedule and the records. That should be a pretty much straight-up contest between those two teams. They played twice in the regular season. They split those 2 games. Port Edwards, even though they're the lower seed, actually had a better conference record than did Allman Bancroft, the number 2 seed. So we'll try to keep an eye on what's going on in that ball game, keep an eye on what's going on at this ball game, and tell you who's going to play who tomorrow night. And, of course, we'll have that ball game for you right here on the Zaleski Sports Network. Pretty good crowd, biggest crowd that we've seen this year for a basketball game. Greenwood traveling well tonight down probably Highway H, County Trunk H, over here to Marshfield. It's about time for our starting lineups and our national anthem. We'll turn it over to our PA announcer tonight.
Good evening and welcome once again to basketball night here at Columbus Catholic High School. Tonight, in a regional semifinal of the Wisconsin State High School Boys Basketball Tournament, the Indians of Greenwood High School will take on your Columbus Dons. We would ask that you please stand to honor America for the playing of our national anthem. junior, number 2, Xander Hinker. And for the 6'2" senior, number 5, Weston Smith. And guard, 6'1" senior, number 21, Cooper Redlow. And for the 6'3" senior, number 32, Ethan Revere. And center, 6' senior, number 35, Jonah Hinker. The Indians are coached by Brad Hilton and assisted by Brad Zimbauer, Gilda North, and Walker Suter. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for all ages. Get on your feet for the starting lineup of your Columbus Stars. And guard, follow the junior, number 5, Cole Noreen. And guard, 6' freshman, number 11, Eric Kaminsky. And guard, follow the senior, number 23, David Davis. And forward, the 6'1" senior, number 31, Eden Jacobson. And at guard, the 6' sophomore, number 34, Brett Olsen. Now they're coached by Joe Kaminsky.
There you go, our starting lineups. As we say every once in a while, nobody does it better than they do here at Columbus with the national anthem and the starting lineups. Starting lineup for Columbus tonight: Cole Noreen, a junior; Emmett Konieczny, a freshman; Jaden Nenist, a senior; Eden Jacobson, a senior; and Grant Olson, a sophomore. Greenwood Indians have junior Xander Hinker, senior Weston Schmitz, senior Cooper Bredlow, senior Nate Revere, and senior Jonah Hinker in the starting lineup. Here we go. The Dons in their home white uniforms with the blue trim. The Indians in their traveling reds with the white and black trim. Columbus starts off zone defense by Greenwood. Columbus really took it to the Indians. Just a couple weeks ago, we were at that game in Greenwood on a Saturday afternoon. Greenwood hoping for something a little different this time as Olsen catches on the post, spins over his left shoulder and hits a nice turnaround jump shot. And the sophomore on the board first. Here's a quick trap as they cross the timeline. Hinker gets it over to Bredlow. And now the Indians will get to work against a 2-3 look by the Columbus Dons. 17-14 left to go. Dons on top 2-0. Here's Weston Schmitz. Looks a lot healthier than the last time we saw him. Nice pass into Bredlow. Shot off the back iron, no good. Rebound fought for. Jonah Hinker had his hands on it. Threw Olsen to the floor that time. And Olsen is able to get the ball off to Nenist. Here's Jacobson out to Nenist. Drives with the left hand. Into the lane. Tough shot with the right hand. No good. Rebound comes down to Schmitz. Hands off to Bredlow. I was watching the game the other night. Greenwood and Loyal. And Cooper kind of came alive a little bit in the second half. Let's see if that continues into this ball game. Again, kind of looking at Columbus. Looking for any signs of rust from not having played for a week and a half or so. Also looking for some butterflies out here tonight because this is a big matchup as Jonah Hinker uses his body. Good position down there. Good feed from Schmitz. And Jonah Hinker finds himself in the starting lineup and finds himself in the scoring column. First bucket of the night for Jonah, the senior. 2-2. Yeah, possible butterflies here tonight because all these seniors out here, if they lose, it's their last game. That's a heavy burden to be carrying throughout the game as Nenist, one of those seniors, loads up a three and hits it. Jaden Nenist from the left corner. Nenist really picking up his offensive game in the second half of the season. Well documented, but he had a couple back-to-back games of 30 points. Here's a steal. Good defense by the Dons. Jacobson with the steal. Leaves it for Noreen. Back out to Konieczny. Good ball movement by the Dons. Reversing it quick to Nenist. Nenist finds Konieczny between the circles. Now here's Noreen. Short corner down to Grant Olson. Back to Noreen. Key against the zone defense is quick ball movements, reversing, which you can do on a skip, which they just did. There's a pass by Olson that goes off the backboard. Jacobson hustles to get that ball. He wanted a little bit more. No-look feed down to Jacobson. Let's see what the refs say. The refs say it was off of Jacobson. It's going to be Indians' ball. A little feed by Olson that time. Jacobson just couldn't quite get the handle on it. Turnover back to the Indians. Don's up 5-2. Here's Revere, full court, well, three-quarter court. Trap and pressure now by the Dons. Let's see how Greenwood handles it. A skip to Revere. Greenwood does have the height advantage against these Dons, but that's nothing new for Columbus as Hinker. Nice pass to Schmitz. Rises, shot missed. Taps it to himself. Big board for Schmitz. Back outside to Bredlow. Ball stolen away by Konechny, but fortunately for the Indians, comes right back to Xander Hinker on the tip. 14:45. Here's Revere. Columbus has been playing teams that had the height advantage on them all year, and they've fared very well, thank you very much. 13-1 in the conference. Schmitz thinks about the three. Pass to Bredlow. High post. Slides down the lane line. Shot missed. Rebound comes down to Olson. Had the pleasure of doing a lot of Columbus games this year, and Grant Olson, the sophomore, he's very quiet in how he goes about his business, but big impact. There's a pass by the freshman Konechny that was going for Noreen. Noreen kind of slid down just a little bit. That pass goes out of bounds. Turnover back to the Indians. It's going to be Nate Revere. Crossing the timeline. Hands off to Xander Hinker. Outside to Schmitz. The first game that these two played right here in Columbus was a game where Weston Schmitz saw a lot of box and one throughout the first half. They made life difficult for Weston, but he did come alive in that second half. Did not force anything. Here's Schmitz not forcing a three. He was wide open that time. Rattles in and out. Rebound comes down to Jacobson. Jacobson and Schmitz, the two best rebounders in the conference. Cole Noreen, three on the way is good for Cole Noreen. The junior's got three. Coach Konechny really likes Noreen's defensive abilities and the ability to drive and kick. But any offense that can come from Cole would be much appreciated. And there is a three-pointer for Cole Noreen. Here's Xander Hinker, guarded by Konechny. Outside to Schmitz. Picked up by Olson. Still a 2-3 defense. Hinker thinks about the three, leaves it outside to Nate Revere. Looking to feed the post, and Hinker, oh, nice job. Good catch by Hinker down there. Now he spins, leaves it short. He initially made a nice catch in traffic, but then couldn't quite get the handle. Here's Jacobson. Nice slide down the lane line. Layup with the right hand is good. Jacobson, the leading scorer for these Dons, on the board, and the lead is 10-2, 8-point lead. Here comes Weston Schmitz. Oh, nice move by Schmitz. Leaves that layup short on the left side. Now here comes Konechny across the timeline. Ball tipped by Revere. That length from Revere paying dividends. Sam Wilczek checking in. Noreen will check out. Gage Stratman checks in. Grant Olson checks out. Meanwhile, Austin Humke on the floor for the Indians. Greenwood wants a quick timeout. 12:28 left to go. Here in the first half, it's 10-2. The Dons on top of Greenwood. Game tonight brought to us by Fleet Farm. Is your vehicle ready for winter weather? Fleet Farm has everything from wiper blades, batteries, auto chemicals, even snow tires. And it's all at low fleet prices. Stay safe on the road this winter with Fleet Farm. And Wisconsin Homes, during the last 50 years, Wisconsin Homes has maintained a tradition of building some of the finest homes on the market. Wisconsin Homes is a leader in precision home building. Precision building offers strong, measurable advantages over traditional building practices. Wisconsin Homes invites you to visit our facility in Marshfield to see firsthand the efforts we make to provide our customers with the highest quality home on the market. Call them at 715-502-4036 to arrange your personal factory tour today. Oh, that timeout. Dons have the ball. Ninas loads up a three. Off the back iron, no good. Jacobson, among red jerseys everywhere, gets that rebound and a nice little right-handed hook shot for Jacobson. Jacobson, not the tallest player on the floor right now. Not the tallest player in the conference, but man, does he work hard on the glass. Led the conference in rebounding. And really has developed a nice touch with the left hand and right hand on those little hook shots. Here's Humke. Oh, a good idea for Humke. Caught it at the high post and was looking for Cooper Bredlow, who was navigating the baseline down there. The ball's tipped out of bounds. Will stay red ball. 11:46 left to go. It's a 10-point lead. Ball nearly stolen by Konechny, goes out of bounds. Greenwood does not want this lead to get any bigger than it is right now. They got to start chipping away right now or this one could get out of hand. Can tell a lot more excitement, a little bit more atmosphere for this game than during the regular season. Everything's on the line now. It's win or go home as Schmitz catches left corner. 11:32 on the clock. Nice pass inside to Bredlow. Working hard down there is Bredlow. He gets it to go. So much attention being paid to Schmitz. Schmitz doing a nice job of looking the defense off as Revere knocks another one out of bounds. Blake Jacoby and Cole Noreen going to check in for Konechny and Nienist. Well, one of the things we were looking for was possible rust out here by the Dons, and I would say I see none of it as of right now. 8-point lead for the Dons. Wilczek whips it around to Noreen. Noreen hits the short corner down there, and Jacobson. Real crisp ball movement right now from the Dons. The goal is to force the Indians in this zone to move from side to side. Catch him closing out. Here's Jacoby. There's a closeout by Bredlow. Jacoby goes by. Shot a little too strong. Rebound by Schmitz. That's what you do, though. You get them to move side to side, and then when they close out, give them a little pump fake and then drive by. Revere to Hinker. A basket here would be big for the Indians, down by 8. Schmitz thinks about the shot. Little runner on the way too strong. Rebounded by Jacoby. And Blake Jacoby into the front court, picked up by Revere. High post to Stratman. Double team, triple team down there, and stolen away by Bredlow. Schmitz up ahead to Xander Hinker. Leaves it for Revere. A little touch shot on the way from 7 for Nate Revere, and it's good. 6'3" senior in the scoring column. It's down to a 6-point lead. It was just 10 points a minute or so ago. Here are the Dons. The other soft spots against this 2-3 would be the high post in the short corner. That's where Jacobson catches, leaves it outside to Jacoby. Here's Noreen. Shot too strong. Rebound way up high is Schmitz. Now here comes Cooper Bredlow into the front court. Outside Revere. Pump fake. Tries to drive the right baseline. Almost stepped on the baseline that time. Here's a ball stolen away by Jacoby. Good quickness by the freshman. Jacoby into the front court. Layup with the right hand is good. Jacoby awfully quick. Here's, splitting a double team is Cooper Bredlow. Nice pass to Schmitz. Layup is good. And Weston Schmitz has his first bucket of the night on a nice pass from his running mate, Cooper Bredlow. Shot on the way, Noreen. Short. Rebound comes down to Stratman. Tries to get it out there. It's stolen away by Revere. Here comes Schmitz. I would say momentum has swung in this ballgame a little bit to Greenwood. Bredlow rises from 8. Shot too strong. Rebound comes down to Wilczek. Here's Jacoby catching. And Weston Schmitz did his best to try to avoid running into Blake Jacoby that time, but could not quite do it. And that will be the first personal foul of the ball game and the first personal on Weston Schmitz. Nina's set to check in. Grant Olson back on the floor for the Dons. Jacoby and Jacobson will take a seat. Little breather. Dons ball. Up by 6, 14-8. Here's Nienist. Swings it outside to Olson. Olson probes down there. Little runner on the way is good. His offensive game is so silky smooth. Grant Olson. A couple dribbles with the left hand, and then he rises up with a soft touch with the right hand. 8:24. Pass way up ahead to Revere. Had trouble collecting. Was able to. Now kicks it back outside to Cooper Bredlow. High post. Shot is on the way. Count it. And a foul. Rogan Travis, who checked in the ballgame for the Indians. A sophomore, Rogan Travis, with a chance for 3 the hard way. Jonas Hinker checking in for Austin Humke. Chance to make this a 5-point lead, 16-10 right now. Shot on the way is a little too strong, but rattles around and through for Rogan Travis. Revere will take a seat. Weston Schmitz back on the floor. As Greenwood continues to try to, both these teams trying to keep their players fresh, especially for the Dons after a long layover, or a long span of not playing ball games. Here's Ninas, drives with the left hand. Ooh, nice jump stop that time, and he got hooked. Looks like that will go against Jonah Hinker. But after not playing for a little bit, sometimes you get winded right away. You need a little breather, and then you're good to go. You get your second wind right away. Here's Konieczny checking in for Wilczek. 8:01 left to go in the first half. It's 16-11. Ninas triggering on the baseline. Outside Konieczny, 3 on the way. Right corner is good for Emmett Konieczny. Lead back up to 8. Well, the Dons can get you quick. Bredlow picks his dribble up in the backcourt. Now, Weston Schmitz doing a good job of getting up for that one. Now he's double teamed on the sideline, and we're going to get, he stepped on the sideline. So good defense by the Dons. I think that was Stratman and Ninas who forced Schmitz to step on the sidelines. Turnover back to the Dons, and the Dons could push this back to double figures once again, up 19-11. Hitting the high post, Stratman leaves it outside to Konieczny. Konieczny to Ninas, 7:31 left to go. They've got Stratman running the high post, do the Dons. Once you get through the ball to the high post, it's a little bit like chess. You can control the middle of the board when you do that. Here's Olsen coming to the high post outside Ninas. Shot on the way is short. That looked good from here. Rebound ripped down by Travis. Well, that's what you get when you get the ball to the high post. People have to collapse, and then you kick it out. Ball goes off of Travis's head. Threw his hands off his head. Ninas up ahead, Noreen. He hit a 3 from there earlier in the ballgame. Ninas now between the legs, picked up by Bredlow. Again, 2-3 zone defense by the Indians. Outside Konieczny. Ninas, nice blow by. Runner with the right hand, too strong. Rebound fought for, comes back down to Ninas. Olsen did a good job of keeping that ball alive for the Dons. Now Ninas probes, nice lead for Stratman. Up and under, shot on the way for Stratman is good. Gage Stratman. He showed me something right there, a little up and under. Good touch with the right hand. And here's a steal by Konieczny. Konieczny, layup is good, and he's fouled by Xander Hinker. The freshman, hooping the harm. All of a sudden, the lead is up to 12. It's 23-11 as Jacobson checks in for Stratman, who gave the Dons some nice minutes there. Cole Noreen checks out. Cooper Bredlow checks out. Nate Revere back on the floor for the Indians. Again, the winner of this ball game plays the winner of Allman Bancroft Port Edwards. Konieczny's free throw is no good. Schmitz, a lot of contact there on the rebound. He rips it down. Revere leaves it for Schmitz. Schmitz working against Wilczek, who's on the floor. Another near steal by Konieczny. Xander Hinker does a good job of getting that one back. Top of the key, Xander Hinker thinks about the 3, leaves it for Weston Schmitz. Back to Hinker. High post and Rogan Travis. Travis had some success against the Dons in that first game. 3 on the way for Xander Hinker is good. Nobody picked him up. Wide open was Xander Hinker, left to center. It's back to a 9-point lead, 23-14. Here's Konieczny. Outside Ninas. Konieczny thinks about the 3 and will fire the 3. That was a quick release over Weston Schmitz that time. Rebound ripped down by Travis. Indians hanging around. Here's Jonah Hinker catching on the baseline. Double team down there. Now he's in trouble, and we've got a timeout called by Greenwood as Jonah Hinker spun himself into a double team. It's 23-14. 30-second timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back to Columbus right after this. Back to Columbus Catholic High School in Marshfield. It's playoff basketball time. WIAA playoff basketball time. We've got the Columbus Dons and the Greenwood Indians for the third time this year. The third time we've seen this matchup. First two matchups won by the Columbus Dons. Second one in convincing fashion for sure. Right now it's a 9-point lead, 23-14. With 5:10 left to go, Weston Schmitz, three-pointers off the mark. Rebound comes down to Jaden Nienest. Here's Wilczek. Hitting Olsen in the high post. Quick pass out to Konieczny. Open three is good. Konieczny's got 8 points here in the first half. Looking awfully confident with his stroke here in the early going. Here's Schmitz. Jump pass to Revere, now to Bredlow. Down the lane, leaves it for Xander Hinker. 26-14. The lead is 12. Nina's doing a nice job kind of face guarding Schmitz as they're playing a box and one right now. Nina's job is to keep Schmitz from getting an open look. Everybody else is playing his zone. Here's Bredlow. Couple pass fakes outside. Xander Hinker, three is off the mark. No good. Way up high was Jacobson, but Schmitz snares that rebound. Oh, a pass down to Travis. Good idea that time by, I think that was Bredlow that made that pass. Travis just was not quite ready for the pass. And it's going to be a turnover, and Xander Hinker gets called for the foul. Jonah Hinker checks in. Travis going to check out. 4:12 left to go, 26-14. Jaden Nienest, senior, wants his season to continue. Leaves it for Konieczny. Now Jacobson. Guarded by Revere. Revere's got those long arms and awfully athletic as Revere, so it's hard to get your shot up over him. Ball knocked out of bounds by Schmitz. It's going to stay Columbus Dons ball. Here's Nienest. Inbounds to Wilczek. As we documented in the last ball game we did, Wilczek's family is from the Greenwood area, so he knows a lot of these kids. Good friends with Weston Schmitz. 3:46 left to go in the first half. Wilczek, high arcing three is off the back iron, no good. Rebound, Jacobson, offensive board. And a reload. He's double teamed down there, leaves it for Nienest, left open from the right wing, and that's good. Well, Jaden Nienest of the first half of the season, you might be able to leave open for that shot, but not the second half of the season. He really found his stroke. And that pushes the lead to 15. Greenwood needs a bucket in the worst way. Instead, they get a turnover. Konieczny down the lane, layup with the left hand is good. Konieczny into double figures. And Coach Joe Konieczny pumped up on the sidelines. He gave a little fist pump after that layup by Emmett Konieczny. 31-14. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back to Columbus right after this.
Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Experience your choice to learn with small, in-person classes, online classes, and innovative technology classes. Your choice of school to career or career to career support. Your choice to get started here and transfer as a junior to all UW colleges or with an associate degree in one of our 60 in-demand programs. Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Get started at mstc.edu.
Back to Columbus Catholic High School here in Marshfield. Thanks for tuning us in tonight on the Zaleski Sports Network. It's Columbus and Greenwood, and Columbus on a nice little run. They're up 31-14, so the lead's grown to 17 after that steal and layup by Emmett Konieczny. The freshman has 10 points here in the first half. Meanwhile, for Greenwood, Weston Schmitz, who averages over 18 points a game, has been held to 2 points as Jaden Nienest has been tasked with face guarding Weston Schmitz. And you can see him down in the corner right now. Nienest not even looking at the ball. He is just guarding Weston Schmitz, making sure he doesn't get an open look. Here's a pass off the hands of Jonah Hinker. Comes right back down to Jonah. Shot missed. Another rebound by Jonah. Putback is good for Jonah Hinker. Good work on the offensive glass by Jonah. Down the lane. Oh, nice pass by Olsen, leaving it to Jacobson. Strong move to the basket. Layup is good. Little reverse action. That started with good penetration from Olsen. And a nice pass. 33-16. It's early, but if you're a Greenwood fan, you definitely need to stop the bleeding here before halftime. Here's Bredlow catching, now triple teamed down on the right block outside to Revere. Hinker, pass tipped away, and now stolen away by Wilczek, who's tripped up from behind by Weston Schmitz. Good defense by the Dons, forcing that turnover.
Personal is on Greenwood's number 5, Weston Schmitz, his second, team fifth.
Wilczek crosses the timeline. Outside, Emmett Konieczny. Ninas between the legs, guarded by Bredlow. Looks like Greenwood has switched to a man defense right now. Down by 17, Ninas blow by with the left hand, layup left short. Good help defense that time by the Indians. Ninas thought he was fouled that time. Here's Bredlow, jump pass outside to Weston Schmitz. Nice find for Jonah Hinker, shot missed. Rebound way up high is Jacobson. There was one miss from point blank range that time. Now Jacobson, nobody stops ball, he goes right to the rack. Somebody hit the backboard, it's still rattling over there. I think that was Jacobson going up for that layup. Jacobson's a kid that can explode off of 2 feet. Here's Cooper Bredlow, 1:22 left to go. Indians in desperate need of a basket before halftime. Schmitz hits the high post, Jonah Hinker outside Weston. Shot fake on the way, no good. Jump, stop, no good. Rebound comes down to the Dons. Aaron pass that time by Jacobson, trying to hit Konieczny, goes off the back of his leg, and Weston Schmitz gets the steal. Jonah Hinker outside. Revere, three-pointer on the way, is off the backboard, or back iron, no good. Ninas with the board. He doesn't have numbers. Wisely, he'll pull it out. That was a 1-on-3 fast break. Olsen, little running teardrop on the way, no good. Offensive rebound tipped out to Jacobson. Everything falling the Dons' way right now. Here's Ninas missing the shot, but he gets his own rebound. Ball goes off the fingertips of Weston Schmitz. When it rains, it pours, and Coach Joe Konieczny wants a quick timeout with 36 seconds left. I think that timeout, that's a 30-second timeout. I think Coach Konieczny wants his team to hold for the last shot of the half, up by 17, 33-16. Our broadcast tonight brought to us by Hawkins Ash CPAs, certified public accounting firm that's big enough to serve you but small enough to care. The firm's Marshfield office provides local tax and accounting services and is backed by 8 other offices and nearly 150 accounting professionals. Client satisfaction has been and remains the core of everything they do. By providing timely, quality service, becoming a true partner, and looking out for their clients' best interest, Hawkins Ash CPAs strives to exceed expectations. You can call them at 387-1131 or online at hawkinsashcpas.com. Some good folks up there at Hawkins Ash, including Greenwood graduate Jared Easted. I know the gentleman that runs the Marshfield office is very involved in Columbus Catholic High School as well. 21 seconds left to go, and the Dons definitely holding for one. Ninas working against Revere. Let's see what Coach Konieczny has drawn up to go into halftime. Usually you start going right about now, 10 seconds. Ninas working against Revere. Revere doing a good job of moving the feet. Oh, and Revere runs into Konieczny. Actually, not a bad thing for the Indians. That's going to be Revere's first foul, and that stops the clocks. Now the Dons will have to go back to work. Next foul puts the Dons in the bonus, so you don't want to foul again, but not a bad idea to foul right there. Here's Ninas, splits a double team. Ball knocked out of bounds by Revere. 2 seconds now on the clock. And that ball goes, looks like it's rolling down Columbus Avenue out there as Revere goes and gets it. 2 seconds left. The Dons looking to get a quick one before halftime. Pass comes way out high to Wilczek, knocked around to Olsen. Heaves one up, falling away is over the backboard. And we're going to go into halftime with the Dons a nice comfortable 33-16 lead over the Greenwood Indians. We'll come back and take a look at first half stats coming up right after this.
Jason Zaleski here to tell you that Hewitt's Meat has you covered with simple, easy, and free home delivery. Residents of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin get free. That's right, free delivery on every order from Hewitt'sMeats.com. Choose from bratwurst, wieners, bacon, jerky, sausage, cheeses, ham, snack sticks, gift boxes, and even the popular grillers. With over 50 flavors of bratwurst,
Hewitt's Meat with free delivery will please your entire family. Visit the store in Tomahawk, Marshfield, or Hewitt's Meat on Facebook today.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
If you have a fear of overpaying, you have FOOP. But don't worry, switch to US Cellular and get a free Samsung Galaxy S25G, plus no activation fees. So you can stream, capture, and post without FOOP. Switch and get a free Samsung Galaxy S25G at US Cellular. Choose fair.
Northside Computers is Marshfield's U.S. Cellular store. Visit us on South Central Avenue in Marshfield for the latest Samsung, Apple, personal cellular devices, tablets, and more.
Taqueria El Sol sirve la comida mexicana más auténtica en Wisconsin Central. Taqueria El Sol está en Marshfield, en Avenida South Central y Calle 17. Está abierta cada día. Taqueria El Sol prepara salsa y guacamole cada día y tiene un menú con muchas recetas familiares de México.
Taqueria El Sol tiene una tienda de comestibles también. Se venden comidas mexicanas secas, refrigeradas y congeladas para ayudarle a servir la comida mexicana la más auténtica en Wisconsin Central. Taqueria El Sol en la Avenida South Central in Marshfield.
And we're back to Marshfield and Columbus Catholic High School. We're at halftime of this WIAA regional semifinal game. The Columbus Catholic Dons taking on the Greenwood Indians. It's 33-16 at halftime. The Dons on top of the Indians. And for the Indians, taking a look at who did the scoring for the Indians. Jonah Hinker actually led the Indians in scoring in the first half with 4 points. Rogan Travis had 3 points. Nathan Revere had 2. Xander Hinker had 3. Weston Schmitz held to 2 points. Saw a lot of box and one in that first half, did Weston. For Columbus, they were led in scoring by the freshman Emmett Konieczny, who had 10 points. Jaden Nenist had 6. Eden Jacobson had 6. Grant Olson, the sophomore, had 4 points. Cole Noreen had 3, and Gage Stratman had 2 points in the first half for the Dons. So again, the score at halftime is 33-16. The Dons on top of the Greenwood Indians. I'm taking a look at the Neillsville game right now, which is also on the Zaleski Sports Network. And Neillsville up by 9 right now in the first half, 27-18 over Stanley Boyd. Be nice to see the Warriors moving on in playoff action. Again, the winner of this ball game will play the winner of Port Edwards and Allman Bancroft, the 3 and 2 seeds respectively in this regional. Port Edwards and Allman Bancroft are in the same conference, and they played twice this year. The first game, Allman Bancroft lost 46-51. The second game, Allman Bancroft beat Port Edwards 53-51. Allman Bancroft had the better overall record, but Port Edwards had the better record in conference. Allman Bancroft, the number 2 seed, Port Edwards, the number 3. So that should be a pretty evenly matched, I guess, bottom half of this regional. The winner of this ball game, either Columbus or Greenwood, will move on to play the winner of that ball game. Elsewhere around the area tonight on the Zaleski Sports Network, again, you can watch Stanley Boyd at Neillsville. We also have Colby at Stratford in boys basketball, just up the highway in Stratford tonight. We also have Pacelli at Auburndale in boys basketball. Tomorrow, we'll have the winner of that Stratford-Colby game versus the winner of Neillsville Stanley Boyd. We'll have the winner of Allman Bancroft Port Edwards taking on the winner of this ball game, Columbus and Greenwood. And I know he's got, I believe, Assumption girls basketball as well tonight. Don't quote me on that. Check out the website. Check out Facebook. Get it figured out. Again, a huge thank you to all of our sponsors. It's been a fun year of basketball, and it continues now into the postseason, and it would not be possible without our sponsors. So if you see these guys out in the community, make sure you say thank you for supporting Zaleski Sports Network and the opportunity to kind of broadcast what these kids are doing, especially this year in the age of COVID. We've had great response, great viewership, and it's just been a good thing all the way around. One of our sponsors is Draxler Transport. Draxler has flatbed driving opportunities that pay you a 5-cent per mile premium over van. At Draxler Transport, drivers are always home for their requested time off. Draxler Transport is a family-oriented company that treats you like family. Visit DraxlerTransport.com to apply today. We're at halftime here at Columbus Catholic High School in Marshfield. The Dons on top of the Indians 33-16. We'll come back for the second half of action right after this.
Are you living with a prosthesis that is causing discomfort or pain? You have options, and I'm here to help. Hi, my name is Shai. I'm the owner of Next Step Prosthetics in Marshfield. You have a choice where you go for prosthetic care. My focusing specialty is providing a prosthesis that you enjoy wearing to help you get your life back. Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Let's take the next step together to a better life.
A rogue virus, no jobs, sky-high tuition debt. Life is trying to put our generation on the sidelines. But we refuse to just sit back and watch it pass us by. Instead, watch us fly ahead. Watch us overcome anything. Watch us rise. Watch us change our world. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Citizens State Bank of Loyal is your independently owned community bank with locations just a short drive or walk from where you work and live. Citizens State Bank of Loyal invites you to a banking relationship that will always put you first. Personal, business, and agricultural services provided by people that live just across town and around the corner. At Citizens State Bank of Loyal, we pride ourselves in our involvement in the communities we serve. See us today in Neillsville, Marshfield, Spencer, Granton, and Loyal. Citizens State Bank of Loyal, an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At V&H Automotive, you'll get the best price and best selection on all Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Jeep models guaranteed. At V&H, our friendly staff is always ready, here to serve you. No pressure, no gimmicks, just great deals, great service, and the best vehicles in central Wisconsin. Come see why our customers rate us #1.
V&H Automotive, a short drive from anywhere, or visit us at vhautos.com.
And we're back to Marshfield at Columbus Catholic High School. Still at halftime of this WIAA boys regional semifinal game. The Indians and the Columbus Dons doing battle here tonight for the third time. Teams probably getting sick of each other. Last time they saw each other was on February 6th. Before that, they played a month before that, I think on January 5th was the time before. Columbus looking to make it three-peat of the Indians this year. They're well on their way, up by 17 at halftime. The Indians coming out of halftime, they got to do something to either free up Weston Schmitz or use the box-and-one defense that the Dons are playing against the Dons. Spread them out a little bit, try to find some openings, because you know that one guy is going to be pretty much out of the loop on the defensive side because he's tied up guarding Weston Schmitz. For the most part, that was Jaden Nienist that was doing that in the first half, and Nienist wasn't even looking at the ball, just face guarding Weston, making sure that he did not get off in the first half, and it worked. Held Weston, who averages 18 points a game, to 2. I will say that the first time these two teams met here in Marshfield, it was a very similar story. Weston was very cold in the first half because of the defense the Dons were playing, and then he had some balls bounce his way, and he got some good looks. And I think he finished right around his average, right around 18, 20 points, and most of those points coming in the second half. So let's see what happens here in the second half of this one. It's going to be very critical in the first 5 minutes for the Indians to chip away at this lead a little bit so they can get some momentum, get some confidence. And I'll tell you what, once you start to see a big lead shrink, the team that has that lead starts to clam up just a little bit. Start thinking, what's going on here? We can't possibly lose this 17-point lead. And then things just sort of take over from there. So we see comebacks quite a bit. Pass down to Schmitz. So that looks like a different strategy from the Indians as they're trying to work Weston down on the block, where he has a bit of a height advantage over Nienist. He's got good position right now. Pass comes out to Revere. Indians down by 17. There has to be a sense of urgency on both sides of the floor for the Indians. Here's Schmitz catching left side, guarded by Nienist. Again, box and one. Everybody playing zone except for Nienist, who's guarding Schmitz. Shot on the way, no good. Schmitz almost gets the offensive rebound. Comes down to Jacobson. Outside Olsen hits a cutting Jacobson, who runs into Jonah Hinker. That's going to put Jacobson at the free throw line to shoot a pair. Jacobson had 6 points in the first half. Dons led in scoring by the freshman Emmett Konieczny, who had 10. Jonah Hinker will take a seat. That's his second personal foul. Shot in and out for Jacobson. Rogan Travis onto the floor for the Indians. Jacobson's first free throw was off the mark. Second free throw is good. Earlier in the season, we saw the Dons have a lot of struggles at the free throw line. They've been better. I don't want to jinx them, but they've been better. Nice skip out to Revere, who's open for three. Shot a little too strong. Big rebound by Schmitz. Putback is good. So the obvious strategy right now for the Indians is get Schmitz on the block. Oh, Olsen with the blow-by, misses the right-handed finger roll. Rebound comes down to Revere. Get him on the block and also get him going at the offensive rebound, or offensive boards. Here's a pass down to Bredlow. Spins, little turnaround hook shot on the way, no good. Rebound tipped, saved by Jacobson, who stepped on the sideline. Schmitz was able to get a hand on that ball. Jacobson wasn't sure who touched it last, so he tried to save it and stepped on the baseline in the process. 34-18. Greenwood fans trying to encourage their team to get a little positive momentum going. There's a pass by Bredlow off the mark, stolen away by Noreen. Konieczny left open for three, off the back iron, no good. Bredlow rips down the rebound. Now here comes Cooper into the front court. No-look dish out to Xander Hinker. Three-pointer on the way. Right wing is left short. Rebound, he follows the shot. Konieczny gets the rebound, leaves it for Nienist. Here's Noreen, guarded by Schmitz. Pass, not sure where that one was going. Jacobson was cutting, but Rogan Travis did a good job of shutting that cut down, and the pass is stolen away. Here's Travis between the circles. Outside Hinker, oh, he's left wide open momentarily. Hits Travis, 8-footer on the way, off the back iron, no good. Well, I shouldn't say that. Off the back iron and rolls in. Rogan Travis, that's what we call the shooter's touch. First half is, he had a free throw that hit the back iron, went straight up in the air, about 10 feet, and then dropped straight in. Here's a travel on Cole Noreen. Lead is 16. Sam Wilczek checks in. Noreen will check out. Revere to Hinker. 5 on the floor right now for the Indians. Revere, Xander Hinker, Cooper Bredlow, who's in the high post, Weston Schmitz, and Rogan Travis. Here's Travis catching. Nice touch pass out to Revere. He was open momentarily. There's a near bank three for Xander Hinker. And let's see what the call is. They say that Xander, going for that loose ball, had control of the ball or had his hand on the ball and also had a foot on the sideline, so that's a turnover. 15-34. Here's Wilczek up ahead to Konieczny. Quick reaction by Konieczny. Pass off the hands of Jacobson. Now Weston Schmitz. Nice hesitation dribble by Schmitz. Layup is good for Weston. Weston's got 6. Now Wilczek on the blow-by. He's blocked by Travis. Lots of contact by Travis, and they get the personal foul. I think Wilczek hit his head as he got slammed to the ground that time by Travis.
First foul is on number 23, Rogan Travis of the Indians. His first, team third. Wilczek to the line to shoot 2.
So we've seen Wilczek play a lot. He's, again, not the biggest dude on the floor, but he will take it to the hoop with regularity. Free throws off the mark, no good. Noreen checking in. Blake Jacoby checks in. Gage Stratman checks in. Nienist, Noreen, and Olsen. Or I should say Nienist, Konieczny, and Olsen will take a seat. The lead is 12. Wilczek's second free throw. That came off his hands. Funny. Jacobson way up high for the rebound over Bredlow. Now Schmitz gets the rebound, and he's fouled by Wilczek. That's one that looked like an over the back, but Jacobson was so high he didn't really have to make contact with Bredlow. He just grabbed the ball over his head. And by the letter of the law, unless you make contact, it's not over the back. Indians got across the timeline. There's a one-handed pass up to Xander Hinker. Ball stolen away by Stratman. Stratman a little bit more assertive tonight than we've seen him this year. Jacoby catches left corner outside to Noreen. Back to Wilczek. Quick turnaround time for these two teams. Whoever wins this one will have to play tomorrow night. Here's Jacobson outside to Noreen. Oh, Noreen. Ball was tipped. Thought that might have been over and back, but the ball was tipped by an Indian. Now we've got a travel by Stratman. Stratman took a step before he put the ball down. 14:37 left to go. 12-point lead, so the Indians have cut into this lead just a little bit. Another basket or two, and then you can get a little bit of a momentum change. Start to get a little tension going. The Indians got across the timeline, though. Here's a pass to the middle of Jonah Hinker, who's on the floor. Pass down to Schmitz. Nice play that time. Rogan Travis catches on the baseline, hits a sprinting Schmitz in stride, and Schmitz lays it up, and Schmitz up to 8.6 here in the early going in the second half. It's a 10-point lead. Jacoby left open for a long two. Off the back iron, no good. Schmitz, another rebound. Schmitz never looks like he's exerting too much energy. He's just a smooth player. Bredlow misses that shot. Rebound comes down to the Dons. Here's Wilczek. Dons, now the Dons need a bucket here to stem the tide just a little bit. Oh, pass nearly off the hands of Wilczek. Wilczek able to recover. 10-point lead. Noreen catches for three. It's good. Cole Noreen. Cole Noreen's got 2 3-point buckets, 6 points. Quick timeout called by Coach Joe Konieczny, a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick timeout as well. We'll be back to Columbus right after this.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
We're back to Columbus Catholic High School. Indians doing their best to try to chip away at this lead. Schmitz momentarily left open for three. Thought better of it as the Indians need to get a good look. Pass outside to Revere. 13-18 left to go. Cooper Bredlow open three is good for Cooper. Back to a 10-point lead. Wilczek thinks about the three, puts it back on the deck. Outside Noreen, another three on the way for Cole. Oh, in and out. Rebound, Jonah Hinker had it. Comes down to Blake Jacoby. Layup with the right hand, no good. Rebound, Nate Revere up high. Now here come the Indians. They can make this a single-digit lead as Jonah Hinker almost gets the offensive board. He's fouled by Jacoby that time as Bredlow went to the basket. Bredlow thought there was some contact, and so did Greenwood's bench. Jaden Dinas getting set to check in for the Dons. Blake Jacoby will check out. It's 37-27. The lead is 10. Rogan Travis will trigger on the baseline. Lead was 17 when we went into halftime. So the Indians have definitely chipped away as Revere catches top of the key. Now looking for cutters. Not a lot of movement out there right now by the Indians against this zone look. Here's Travis. Pass to Bredlow. Down the lane, shot of the way. We're going to get a foul on the floor, so the Indians will trigger on the baseline. 12:31 left to go in this ball game and in the careers of one of these two teams' senior players.
Personal is number 23 Jaden Dinas, his first team third.
Konieczny back on the floor for Wilczek. Will take a seat. Rogan Travis will trigger now for Greenwood. Pass trying to hit Hinker. We're going to get Stratman on a hold as Hinker spun to the basket that time, and Stratman kind of had to grab him in order to prevent an open look. That's going to be team foul number 4 on Columbus. I think they only had 1 team foul all in the first half, did the Dons. 6 team fouls for the Indians. Revere left open for 3. Shot is good for Nathan Revere. The lead is down to 7. Here's Nienist. The Dons need a bucket. Outside Konechny, trouble handling. Greenwood faithful starting to make a little noise. A little energy in the gym right now. Outside Noreen, hands off to Nienist. Stratman thinks about the 3, drives to the left hand, jump stop. Oh, and he's fouled by Rogan Travis. Travis knew he got him too. Didn't have to in that case. Go straight up. 11:56 left to go. The lead is down to 7. So the Indians have erased 10 points off the lead since halftime. Shot by Stratman at the line is no good. Cooper Bredlow will take a seat. Xander Hinker onto the floor. Second free throw is good for Gage Stratman. Stratman's got 3. 11:55. 38-30. Schmitz catches, guarded by Noreen. Sets a ball screen for Xander Hinker to Jonah Hinker. For a little weave. Nice move by Hinker down the lane. Oh, tough shot. Jonah Hinker with the right hand. Good defense that time by the Dons, but Hinker's offense just a little too strong as Konechny now spins outside. Nienist, 3-pointer on the way, left to center, left short. Nathan Revere up high. 11:21 left to go. The lead is down to 6. Pass inside to Hinker, doing work down there. Shot is missed. Rebound comes down to Jacobson. Here's Stratman. Kicks it outside. Emmett Konechny hits Nienist, top of the key. Now Noreen. Little weave action by the Dons. Man defense by the Indians. Stratman outside to Noreen. Here's Emmett Konechny to Nienist. Greenwood Indian fans getting a little bit loud. Dons are being very patient. They're up by 6. Nienist, nice drive, finger roll layup. No good. Rebound fought for. Comes down to Weston Schmitz. Rips it away from Nienist. Now this is a big-time possession for the Indians. They got to get a good look. Revere to Xander Hinker. 10:29 left. Here's Travis working on the block. Spins outside. Xander Hinker to Jonah. Jonah will heave up a 3-pointer. That's short. Rebound comes down to Cole Noreen. Stratman on a skip to Konechny. Catch and release 3 is good. Oh, man, that was quick by Emmett Konechny. First bucket here in the second half, and it's a big one. Pushes the lead back to 9. 13 on the game for the freshman. Rogan Travis catches right corner. Hits Hinker, working on the block. Spins, shot off the backboard, no good. Rebound comes down to Eden Jacobson. Now Nienist. Don's trying to right the ship, trying to push it back to double digits. Here's Jacobson, finds Konechny, thinks about the catch and shoot 3. Instead, he'll leave it for Stratman. 9:34 left to go. Jacobson catches, left corner, looking for cutters, finds Nienist, who hits Konechny. Long 3 on the way for Emmett. In and out, halfway down. And let's see what the call is here. I think they're going to get Schmitz, possibly. Nope, actually Jonah Hinker. Little off-the-ball action that time. Pushed one of the Dons players out of the way. Hinker will take a seat along with Weston Schmitz. Austin Humke onto the floor. Cooper Bredlow back on the floor for the Indians. 9:20 left to go. I guarantee you Weston Schmitz will not be on the bench for long as Konechny misses a 3-pointer. Travis gets the rebound, tries to hit Hinker on the outlet pass. It's stolen away by Nienist. Now here's Jacobson. Grant Olson back on the floor for the Dons. Here's Wilczek. Hits Olson. Oh, man. Olson quick catch. That's thinking a step ahead. He knew what he was going to do with the ball as soon as he caught it. Actually, before he caught it. Here's Revere, outside to Hinker. Tries to go by Konechny. Konechny knocks it out of bounds. That bucket, by the way, puts Olsen at 6 points for the ball game. 8:44 left to go. Cole Noreen getting set to check in for the Dons. And he's going to check in for Konechny. Both teams have 4 personal fouls right now, or 4 team fouls. Cooper Bredlow, three-pointer, off to the right. Revere, big rebound. Rises, shot on the way, in and out. Rebound, Noreen rips it down. Cole into the front court. Outside Wilczek. Three-pointer on the way is short. Rebound comes down to Cooper Bredlow. Cooper down the lane, shot, loses the handle on it. Wilczek rips down the rebound. Oh, the ball dribbled off of Bredlow's foot, and it's going to be Columbus Dons' ball. Weston Schmitz back on the floor. Rogan Travis will take a seat. Weston Schmitz has 8 points here tonight, 6 of them coming in the first, 8 minutes of the second half. Noreen catches top of the key, outside Olsen. Picks up the dribble, now finds a cutting Noreen down the lane. Little runner is no good. Rebound comes down to Schmitz. Sometimes those are the toughest shots. Even if you're open, those are tough ones to hit. It's all touch. Revere 3 on the way, no good. Schmitz working hard, gets another board. Saves it into Bredlow. Oh, but Bredlow lost the handle. It goes out of bounds. Good rebound that time by Weston Schmitz. As he tried to save it, Bredlow just could not quite get the handle on it. The lead is 11, 43-32. Our broadcast tonight brought to us on the Zaleski Sports Network by Spectrum Benefit. Spectrum Benefit Solutions with offices in Wausau, Stevens Point, Wisconsin Rapids, Medford, and now in Spencer. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes. To help you attract and retain the best employees, find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started. Again, thank you to all of our sponsors for helping us bring you these basketball games. We're into the second season, the postseason regional semifinal here tonight. The winner will play right away again tomorrow night. And right now the Dons are in the driver's seat up by 11, but the Indians played much better here in the second half than they did in the first half as Noreen kicks outside to Nenes, and he traveled with it. L to Ansi. So another opportunity for Greenwood to cut into this lead, get it back into single digits. Bredlow surveys, looking for Schmitz. Ball knocked away by Noreen. Schmitz thought Noreen came over his back. No call. Grant Olsen drives with the right hand. Up and under. Shot blocked by Schmitz. Big block. Now here comes Cooper Bredlow with Wilczek in front. Bredlow goes out of bounds, loses the handle. Tries to throw it off a Dons player, could not do it. It's going to be a turnover. Back to the Dons. It's Wilczek into the front court. Leaves it for Olsen. Good catch by Olsen. Back outside of Noreen. That very easily could have been a turnover, but Olsen had good presence of mind. Pass outside of Noreen. Kind of a lazy pass, underhanded pass that time. Stolen away by the Indians. Pass up ahead to Travis off his hands. Could not control it. Nenes working against Tinker. Again, Greenwood started this ball game in zone. They've switched to man. Here's a steal by Nathan Revere into the front court for Revere. Outside to Xander Hinker. Swinging out to Rogan Travis. Got Schmitz posting up down there against Noreen. Now Schmitz will come up and set a ball screen. 6:23. The clock continues to tick. Schmitz, three-pointer, right of center, is off the front iron, no good. Travis gets the rebound, but they're going to say that Wilczek undercut him that time as Travis goes to the deck hard. So the foul is going to be on Wilczek. I had a pretty good view of that one. I don't think Wilczek meant to do it. If he did it, he didn't mean to. He was just trying to box out, and it just was one of those cases where Travis got off the ground, maybe a little off balance. Hinker trying to find somebody to throw the ball to, and now almost stumbles inbounds, instead throws it up for grabs, and it's stolen by the Dons. Here's Olsen, leaves to Nienist. Nienist, finger roll layup is no good. We're going to get a foul on Revere. Nienist gives up a few inches to Revere, but he tacked him that time, went straight up at the hoop, and Nienist will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Nienist going to the line to shoot a pair.
Jaden Nienist, first free throw is up and good. Nienist has 7 points. That's his first point in the second half. Cooper Bredlow checks back in as Nathan Revere will take a seat. Nienist's shot is up, in and out, rebound, Weston Schmitz. Schmitz gets a lot of rebounds where it doesn't look like he's even in the play, and he'll come soaring in. Here's Hinker. Three-pointer off the back iron, no good. Olsen with the rebound. Good job of closing the gap on Jonah Hinker. Good ball movement. Nienist left open for three. No good. Rebound comes down to Travis. I think Nienist expect a stronger closeout that time by the Indians. Said they left him open. Here's Noreen reaching in on Bredlow.
Personals on Cole Noreen. His second, team 6.
5:39 left to go in this ball game. They're running ISO. Let's see what that is. That's a turnover, unfortunately. Nienist with the steal. Layup with the right hand is good. Nienist has some hops, that's for sure. So he got way up high for that finger roll. Here's Schmitz driving down the baseline. Hangs, misses the shot. Rebound by Travis, who's fouled on the putback, and he'll go to the free throw line. And that's team foul number 7. So from now on, the Greenwood Indians in the bonus. 5 team fouls right now on the Indians. 46-32. Free throw on the way for Travis is good. Jonah Hinker takes a seat. Nathan Revere back on the floor for Greenwood. 5:17. Free throws up and good for Travis. Here come the Dons. Oh, nobody picks up Olsen, who soars in for the finger roll. Breakdown that time defensively. And Olsen is up to 8 points. He can get 8 points in his sleep. Bredlow down the lane with the left hand. Shot missed. Rebound. Fought for. Oh, Eden Jacobson with 3 Greenwood Indians players right by him. Rips down that board. Now here come the Dons. They've got numbers if they want it. No reason to force it, though. 4:49 left to go. Shot on the way by Nienist, forcing the issue, and he gets bumped in the act of shooting. He'll go to the free throw line. And at this stage, with 4:45 left to go in this ball game, up by 14, you expect to see the Dons become very patient, very selective in their shots. Nienist's first free throw is up and good. We'll check it in for the shooter, so they're going to keep him right there. Lead is ballooned out to 15 again. Second free throw is up. No good for Nienist. We've got a foul on Jacobson. They're going to say he held Travis that time. So he came down with the rebound. Nienist going to check out. Sam will check onto the floor for the Dons. See a lot of these big printed blown up heads now. I see one of Gage Stratman over there sticking out his tongue. Something they did not have when I was a kid, thankfully. Free throw missed by Travis. Bredlow gets the offensive rebound, tries a wild reverse layup that time. No good, gets a steal. Now here's Bredlow. He's fouled by Jacobson. So Bredlow working hard on the defensive end. It's going to put him at the free throw line. 4:33 left to go if there's a run left for these Greenwood Indians, got to start it right now as Ninist gets up and off the bench. First free throw is up and no good for Cooper. Cooper's got 5 points on the ball game. Ninist going to check in for Cole Noreen. So after the games tomorrow, the WIAA is going to reseed everybody for sectional action next week. Missed opportunity that time at the free throw line with the clock stopped as Bredlow misses a pair. Here's Wilczek, fouled by Revere. So Wilczek will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Good news is the clock stopped. Bad news is Wilczek, a very good free throw shooter, although he is 0 for 2 at the free throw line, I believe, here tonight. First free throw's up, rolls around, and good. In his defense, those 2 missed free throws came over after a very hard foul where he bashed his head against the floor, so no concussion protocol apparently here in the WIAA as that second free throw is up and good. 4:25 left to go. It's 51-34, 17-point lead. Let's see what Greenwood has here in the final 4 minutes. Can they make a run? Steal by Ninist. Schmitz trying to get himself into the lane. Now Ninist behind the back, outside to Olsen. And if they're not going to come out and guard you, you just hold the ball. Olsen trying to feed the post and Jacobson down there. Jacobson catches immediately, double teamed by Schmitz, back outside to Olsen. Now Ninist drives to the left hand, layup, left short, rebound comes down to Schmitz. Now Weston into the front court with 3:44 left to go. Some careers coming to a close in this ball game. Whoever loses, unfortunately, it's going to be their senior's last game, and there's one of those seniors, Weston Schmitz, hustling to save the ball inbounds, but it comes down to the Dons. And now Wilczek leaves it for Jacobson. Layup missed. And I think if you're Coach Joe Konieczny, you want a little more patience on the offensive end, even after turnovers. Schmitz misses that shot. We've got a quick timeout by Coach Konieczny. I think that's what this timeout is about. Guys, we're up by 17. We do not need to force any shots right now. 3:13 left to go. We'll take a quick timeout as well. We'll be back to Columbus right after this.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. They are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just to feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli bacon cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118.
But also send it there.
Snow piles up quickly. Remove it just as quickly with Kubota subcompact and compact tractors. Our #1 selling tractors are built to take on winter with front and rear mount snow blowers, blades, and rotary sweepers. Get select Kubota subcompact or compact tractors for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months and save $1,000. See your local Kubota dealer today.
Your local Kubota dealer is Chili Implement, located 1 mile north of Highway 10 in Chile.
And we're back to Marshfield. Columbus Catholic knocking off the Greenwood Indians tonight, 53-36. Columbus moving on to a regional final game that will be played tomorrow night right here in Marshfield. It's time for the Valley Communities post-game show. Valley Communities Credit Union, where membership matters. Taking a look at this ball game, Columbus really kind of controlled it from start to finish. They were up by 17 at halftime, 33-16. The Indians came out at halftime. They really played well at the beginning of the second half. They were actually able to knock the lead down to 6 points at one point. And then the Dons just ran away with it at the end. I think Greenwood had to expend so much energy to cut into that lead, just not much left in the tank. And the Dons, very deep team, were able to come out with the 53-36 win. Let's take a look at the scoring totals in this one. We'll start with the Dons. After all this time, I forgot to add up the total, so we'll give them to you. We'll give them to you anyway. Really balanced scoring attack for the Dons tonight. They were led in scoring by freshman Emma Konieczny. He had 10 points in the first half, wound up with 13 on the ball game. Jaden Nenest had 10 points on the ball game. Grant Olson had 8. Eden Jacobson finishes the night with 7. Sam Wilczek with 4. Cole Noreen had 6 points. Gage Stratman had 3 points. Actually, he had 3 points as well for the Dons. Meanwhile, for the Indians, they were led in scoring tonight by, Weston Schmitz. Had 2 points in the first half, 8 in the second half, so he finishes in double figures with 10 points. 3 points on the night for Xander Hinker. 2 points on the night for Dakota Clark. We've got 5 on the night for Cooper Bredlow. You know what? I'm going to take that back. Unfortunately, Dakota didn't score. That was Cooper. So Cooper Bredlow finishes the night with 5 points. 7 points on the night for Rogan Travis. 5 on the night for Nathan Revere, and Jonah Hinker had 6 points to wrap up the scoring for the Greenwood Indians. We'll have Coach Joe Konieczny stopping up here to talk about this ball game and kind of what's on tap as they get ready to face either Allman Bancroft or Port Edwards tomorrow night. It's all coming up on the Valley Communities post-game show, brought to us by Valley Communities, where membership matters.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
Back to Columbus Catholic High School. It's the Valley Communities post-game show here on the Zaleski Sports Network. Thanks for tuning us in tonight. Once again, Columbus Dons knock off the Greenwood Indians tonight, 53-36. Greenwood has their season come to a close. Last game of a number of careers for the Greenwood Indians, including Weston Schmitz, who led the conference in scoring this year. Also Sullivan Whitford Cooper Bredlow, Dakota Clark, Nathan Revere, Jonah Hinker, and Austin Humke all have their seasons and careers come to a close here in Marshfield tonight. So we'll be talking to Coach Joe Konieczny in just a little bit, get his feel for how this ball game went, see if he thought the time off was beneficial for his kids. I know he's doing everything he can to make sure they can still play and not get quarantined, not get put on, close contact watch. And also see what he thinks about playing Allman Bancroft or Port Edwards, see what he knows about those two teams as he gets set for, a chance to win tomorrow night, move on to sectionals. Who knows? Anything can happen. He might be moving on to a state tournament here before long. We'll come right back to Columbus Catholic High School after this.
Valley Communities Credit Union wants you to know that buying a home has never been easier.
With mortgage rates as low as 2.49% APR, financing your home has never been more affordable.
With Valley Communities Credit Union, we have low closing costs, local servicing, and underwriting.
We will make it simple and secure from beginning to end.
Call, click, or visit one of our 5 locations
and let our team show you why membership matters at VCCU.
Mic check, mic check. Mic check. Okay. And we're back to Columbus Catholic High School. Coach Joe Konieczny is going to be stopping up here. His Columbus Dons knock off the Greenwood Indians tonight, 53-36. So the Columbus Dons moving on to a regional final ball game. We'll get Coach's thoughts on this ball game. Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Just talk about that one in general. It was a good, strong first half for you guys. A little bit of a run by Greenwood in the second half, but you guys weathered the storm.
Yeah, I thought we played really well, like the later part of the first half to get a nice lead, and then second half got a little bit sloppy at times, but you got to give Greenwood a lot of credit, a lot of seniors, and they played hard.
You guys obviously rested your seniors against Spencer, trying to keep them away from close contacts, make sure that they didn't have to sit out any ball games, your varsity players, I should say. Did you have any concern about a little rust coming off a 10-day layoff?
I did. It's a unique thing. We played our JV two varsity games just to make sure we could play in the playoffs. All this COVID stuff and not knowing really what's an exposure and what's not, depending on what county you live in. We just wanted to make sure we were full strength in the playoffs, and happy we got a win tonight, because obviously you might second guess that if you lose.
Yeah. Well, I think one thing when you sit for that long that you worry about is just your wind. I think you did a nice job tonight of rotating players in and out, making sure that everybody got a little bit of a breather, make sure their second wind was there.
We did. We conditioned pretty hard that time they were off, so I was more worried about just not being in like a basketball rhythm, especially against a different team, because it's limited what you can do from a scrimmage standpoint too, because you bring somebody into practice against you, all of a sudden they so again, given the circumstances, to not play for almost 2 weeks and then come out and get a win against a good Greenwood team, we're very, very happy and proud of our boys.
A couple quick questions about players that we don't talk about too much, but I thought they played well tonight. I thought Gage Stratman actually came out in the first half and played more assertive than I've seen him all year.
He did. He's got a good feel for what we need, and if we need him to move the ball, he moves the ball. If we need him to rebound, he rebounds. Tonight, he went to the rim. I got to the free throw line. I thought he just did a really good job as like a senior leader of giving us what we needed at that moment.
Cole Noreen, somebody that you rely on for defense, but he did hit a couple three-pointers tonight, and I'm sure you won't turn down some offense from Cole.
No, and he's got the ability to score 15, 20 points, and his year got off to a rough start because of COVID. He was quarantined for 2 weeks. He actually had it, and has really battled back all season, and I'm proud of him because he's had a really great last 6 to 8 games for us.
Finally, we talked after one of the games earlier in the season about you really needed your seniors to be a little bit more vocal, show a little bit more leadership. And I thought, I don't know if it was a turning point, but Jaden Nenist in the second half of the season compared to the first half, really two different players, especially on the offensive. Well, even on the defensive end, he was guarding Weston all night tonight.
He was. Jaden's just a really good player, and he does a lot of things that don't show up. Has always had the ability to score 25, 30, and he's been so assertive the last 10 or 11 games that I think he had a couple 30-point games. But just a great kid, soft-spoken, almost like he's afraid of stepping on toes. But the last 10, 12 games, he's been as good as anybody, and I'm really, really proud of him.
Finally, tomorrow night, you guys live to play another night. That's exciting, and you get to play either Allman Bancroft or Port Edwards. I believe you played Port Edwards earlier this year. What do you know about those two teams? Or maybe you played Almond Bancroft earlier this year.
Yeah, we played Almond. We won a really close game, got down early, and ended up scraping out a 3-point win. But they're very good, and I've heard they won tonight, so it'll be them tomorrow. And I have a couple really talented players. They got a Bunders kid that's a sophomore, scores about 20 a game. They got a Baumgarter kid. I think he's related to the Baumgarter from Medford. Just a really athletic family, a big, strong kid with some skills and some really nice pieces. A couple of shooters, and Coach Lamb does a really good job of getting them to play together. So tomorrow's going to be a real tough battle for us.
Well, we've enjoyed watching you guys, and we'll be watching you tomorrow night. Best of luck, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you for the coverage. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Joe. That's going to wrap up our broadcast tonight. That was the Valley Communities post-game show. Thanks to Joe Konieczny stopping up. And again, we'll have the broadcast tomorrow night. It's going to be Columbus and Almond Bancroft right here in Marshfield. Game time 7 o'clock. Join us right here on the Zaleski Sports Network. Have a great night.